What's up, fellas?
Hey, what's up? You talking, Dave? Can't hear you.
Write it, Joel, write it.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
What's up?
Cowboys UNcovered. Hey, today we're gonna recap the Bengals game that snapped our win streak, discuss the state of the team, and preview the Panthers game. Hey, you guys can support the show with the like and subscribe. Follow us at all the places that we're on. X, YouTube's, all that stuff. But crazy week, man. Not too much to say, man. But I'll let y'all get into it after this.
That's blocked. And picked up by Cincinnati.
Yeah,
Dude.
brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that everyone kind of felt the same way Micah did after all that went down. Bengals beat the Dallas Cowboys 27-20 after that block punt was muffed, leading to that Joe Burrow touchdown to Jamar Chase, that game-winning TD. Bad teams find ways to lose, and the Cowboys did that, guys. They snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. Oh my gosh! All this comes back. Let me just start real fast. Like, all this comes back to coaching at the end of the day, in my opinion. Mike McCarthy ultimately responsible, but as much as we probably like Bones, I like Bones. The players like Bones. We've seen two faux pas come out from the special teams unit the last couple of games in the last 3 weeks. We saw Wanye Thomas not go down on the onside kick versus Washington a few weeks ago. That could have ended the game. And then we saw the Commanders get the Hail Mary at the end and near the end zone. Then on Monday, we saw newly activated special teamer Amani Oruwariye. Got that right.
I love it.
Yeah. Inexplicably tried to field that block punt that ended up being disastrous for the Cowboys. Haven't seen Cowboys lose like that maybe ever, except for the Leon Lett Thanksgiving Day against the Dolphins back in the day. What are you guys' thoughts?
Ooh, hey, that was a rough week, man. We knew the Bengals could put up some points, and we actually limited them. And I was impressed by that. Zimmer, shout out to him in the defense. But, at the end of the day, it was just a bad play right at the end. We should have taken that thing to overtime. And ultimately, guys, I feel like we could have won even regardless of that, because Rico Dowdle was crushing. And if you just let that guy keep cooking, man, we should have done a classic throwback Cowboys where we just run the clock out on these guys, time of possession style. We had that right there, and we went away from Zeke. I mean, sorry, we went away from Rico Dowdle.
We definitely went away from Zeke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we went away from CeeDee Lamb too. He had a great first quarter. Didn't see any targets in the middle of the game, from what I remember. The Bengals still had to, score that Jamar Chase touchdown. So it's like, yeah, you had your screw up on special teams, but just let it go to Jamar Chase for a big touchdown. That's crunch time. I also heard that Fossil said, "Oh, give the kid's trying to make a play on the ball for Oruwariye," and it's like, no, you can't do that. You have to take responsibility. Whatever the call was, it's somebody's fault, and you can't just say, "Oh, he was trying to make a play on the ball." You got to know what's going on in the game. Now, these guys are playing special teams maybe 1-2 years in. but come on, man. Fossil's starting to get on my nerves.
Yeah, and it was just last week that we were talking about, coaches might be safe. Jerry's on the radio saying he likes what we got here, but I don't know, man. You got
I
to
think
blame
guys like Aubrey and Turpin have kind of covered up Fossil's shortcomings, because those are two badass special teamers, probably the best at their positions in the league. But yeah, it's become apparent that maybe
And
this whole staff has to go. The whole staff.
The bad fakes, punt fake, just ridiculous.
Oh god, but that's McCarthy. Like, Brian Anger should not have thrown more than one pass this year, and he's thrown 2 or 3. Like, it's just disgusting.
Yeah. So that was a winnable game. We all have picked Cowboys to win this.
No. Dave did not. David Smith.
Oh, okay. Hold up. My bad. Yep. Hey, let the record show. There it is. They picked Bengals 35-27.
He got the 27 digits right, but
for Cowboys though.
For Cowboys though, but yeah, look at last week too. He had 27 as well.
Yeah,
so I think
that in there.
There's a trend going on here.
Yeah, them 27s are hitting.
We don't score 30 points. Not a Cowboys team this year.
Well, let's give some shout out / shot of the week to Rico Dowdle. All right.
Yeah, man.
Career high rushing 131 here. I could have sworn it was 132, but anyway, 131. And look at that. Most of these are in 2024. 131, 112, 87, 85, or 6. I can't see you guys, but anyway,
yeah. It does fall off pretty quickly.
Yeah. Hey, but this is Dowdle's 3rd shot of the week of the season, so he's the leader in the clubhouse right now. But yeah, cheers to Dowdle.
I'm taking mine straight from the bottle, boys.
Cheers, fellas.
Yeah, there you
go. Ooh-wee.
It's Friday. We drinking.
It is Friday.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't believe the Bengals had a worse defense coming into this game than we did.
And a worse record, for that matter.
And a worse record. What a weird set of circumstances here. These two teams thought they would be playoff contenders. The Bengals don't really have an excuse. They've been in shootouts and losing them, and the Cowboys just a disaster.
It's so weird. Yeah.
So where do I start, man? I just do speaking of disaster, we lost DeMarvion Overshown. Get the bad news out the way early.
Pour one up for him.
When you see that many CLs, it's bad. So it's all torn up, and with this type of an injury coming off of this same injury, he's going to need time. 2025 is really in question, and really this year it's kind of questionable. Did we bring him back too soon? I don't think so. I love what we saw from him. It's just unfortunate, man.
And you got to give some props to Will McClay bringing this guy in, having a vision for the player, even through his injury, his rookie season. What a kind of coming out party for Overshown this year.
Oh yeah,
just a sad state of affairs here.
He was my favorite player to watch all season. He was like one of the best reasons that I look forward to turning on the TV to watch Cowboys this season. And now it's, obviously you just feel for the guy, and he's probably not even play next season because it happens so late, here in December, halfway through December. But
they've really put together some superstar talent on defense. Just cannot get everybody on the field at the same time. It's brutal.
It all started with Sam Williams getting injured in like OTAs or training camp.
I was about to say, man, Sam Williams flashed a lot. He had some penalty problems, and he was kind of a knucklehead player, but he had tremendous ability as well. God, man, this team had so much in front of them, especially on defense. Diggs, Bland, Parsons, Overshown.
Tank. Tank's been out for 10 weeks, brother.
Yeah, I would love to see him back. So
free agent.
Even with that, Jerry Jones says the team has no interest in tanking, according to
Yeah.
John Machota. And this is so, he went on to say we want everybody making the plays and having the opportunity to have success. Success is very important. We'll go out there and win every down. And we're 5-8 right now in third place in the NFC East. As you saw, we're the 13th seed in the NFC. So we're not mathematically eliminated, but it's actually under 1%, guys. So it's over, man.
Alex,
we do play
we've all been to Vegas. Like, would you put money on those odds?
No.
Game over, man. But that's great because it's draft season, boys. We can start talking about how to approach this off season. That's where you can get a lot of optimism. The Cowboys have they might have a top 5 pick, to be honest. Losing guys like Overshown is not going to help them win.
Yeah, good call.
We'll see what happens, but I'm excited to see to bring in some young guys. Of course, we are missing a 4th round pick. Classic.
Yeah.
David, let me just piggyback for a second there. Like, yes, draft season is coming. We're going to have a ton of content for you guys, and we've done a lot of homework on this, and we've been thinking about it basically since week 5. But that's probably where the Cowboys are going to amass the most of their talent in the offseason, because once again, we saw President Jerry, Stephen Jones saying that Cowboys are going to be thin here in free agency in the offseason once again. And I don't know about you, but that just definitely grinds my gears, right? So I don't know.
It's interesting they went ahead and put that out there. It's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
But at the same time, we should have already known that because that's what they do every year anyway. The all-in carrot they hung out there is what threw us off. This year, they're like, no, we're not doing that, guys. We're not all in.
That was the dumbest thing I ever heard. But I did not forward this graphic to you, Alex, but I wanted to talk about the players we're going to lose. The Cowboys may retain some of these guys, but I'm just going to do a quick little, shotgun here.
You want to share your screen, Dave?
No. Brandon Cooks, Zach Martin, DeMarcus Lawrence, Trey Lance, who cares? Eric Kendricks, Brian Anger, Jordan Lewis, Zeke. Cooper Rush, Rico Dowdle, Oso Odigizua, Golston, Hoffman, Turpin, Marquise Bell, Wanya Thomas, Tyrus Wheat. All free agents.
We're keeping Turpin. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, about a fifth
crazy,
of those.
Man.
About a fifth of those guys can get it, though.
A lot Zeke of starters.
But those are a ton of
I believe
contributors.
One of you guys in the previous episode had mentioned that our free agency is really keeping our own guys.
Yeah. They're going to come out and say, hey, we got free agents. We got
Rico Dowdle.
I really hope they bring Jordan Lewis back. Jordan Lewis, Odigizua, Dowdle, Hoffman.
I say
dude,
Turpin
they need a
too,
lot
man.
of these guys.
Turpin's
not going to cost a lot coming out of the XFL or wherever, and he gets his shine here. I think he'd want to stay.
I think so too. I think it's very likely we keep Turpin. I think it's very likely we keep.
What do you guys think about Rico Dowdle though? He played really well when we decided to make him the lead back. And that was coming off of an actual kind of tough schedule since we were 12-5 the year before. Next year we'll have an easier schedule. I still want to get a back to replace both Zeke and Dalvin Cook because they're both likely not even coming back or may not even be in the league. So it's literally only Dowdle. You have to have other running backs.
I think they'll bring Dowdle back.
If
we're desperate at running back.
We can get him for a decent deal, and he's shown that with the right situation and even a backup quarterback in an ad hoc line, he can do some things. You want the veteran to push the young guys, right? He needs to be in that room.
When you look at what he's been able to do with a downtrodden, offense with a makeshift offensive line too. We're missing guys there. I don't know what the heck happened to Guyton. Might be a performance issue, to be honest. He got benched for Chuma Edoga, who's also a free agent this offseason. But when he busts through the line and gets 5, 6, 7, 8 yards with Cooper Rush back there, no threat of a deep pass, pretty damn impressive.
Yeah. No, great call though, man. It's gonna be interesting to see who they bring back. And for this week, Cooper Beebe is going to be out. We also got Kendricks, who you mentioned, may not return next year. Zach
You know what?
Martin,
That's fine. That's
potentially.
fine if Kendricks is out because Life Owl
But these
came
are
in
Zach
played
Martin. I
well.
don't think. Did you list Martin? Because
Martin's a free agent too. I kind of
Okay.
overlooked him, but yeah, he's
not going to sign
I can't see
for
them
1
signing
year
him.
to be.
nah,
gonna
some team will pay him, dude. Just like
We'll pay him.
Tyron Smith.
Jerry Jones wants him to. They all retired Cowboys, right? They all
Tyron
signed
Smith
1
is
base.
also out right now, I believe.
Well, there
Classic.
you go. That was not a surprise, but glad he got his bag.
I have to give some
He's-
props to Will McClay again because he put together a roster that could compete with Cooper Rush, kind of compete. They got their ass kicked a bunch of times, but once they figured out Zimmer's defense and they had the 6-man front going, they stopped the run, and they really did a commendable job with this roster without adding big name free agents. I mean, that's going to be their plan this offseason, and they showed that they can win 5 games without Dak. I don't know.
Well, before we get into
I think Dak won like 2 of those. So let's maybe 3
yeah,
Maybe.
because Cooper Rush only won 2.
He looked bad too. I mean,
We weren't winning with Dak either, dude.
No.
Don't worry.
yeah, we didn't get old Cooper Rush. It's time's up, man. We need Dak back.
Yeah.
So before we get into this next matchup, Joe had a good idea for a segment, and wanted to check out what we think of a guy we were going up against who's a former Heisman winner in Bryce Young, but who are some other Heisman players that we as a Cowboys team have faced or even have on our own team. So
so Heisman ceremony's tomorrow, so we figured it'd be a good time to bust this out. Let's take a look at
real quick. Who do you guys think is going to win the Heisman tomorrow?
future Cowboy Genty.
I don't really follow the Heisman race, but
Throw a name out.
Genty,
All
gotta be.
right,
He
I'm
broke
going-
a
I'm
bunch
going-
of records, right?
Oh yeah, I'm going Travis Hunter though. All right, so
All right.
up first we've got Jameis Winston, who we played early in the season. We played week 1.
Yeah,
So we
fun
didn't
fact:
really play.
Jameis Winston and I both share a birthday, January 6th, which is something else happened recently with
All
that
right,
date.
Joe.
But let's just move on. Let's,
All right, so
I think you just got to click. Yeah.
So enters the dark mode.
Lamar.
Lamar
Yeah.
Jackson, week 3.
He's at
we
Louisville,
played.
right?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
he crushed it. And
Crushed
he
it.
guaranteed a Super Bowl on draft night, and it's
Hey,
coming.
I picked
Joe,
the Ravens.
Joe
this
called
year.
it.
Another
All right.
Raven.
Derrick Henry, 2015. I don't know if you guys see it right at the bottom. 2015 Heisman
Yep.
Trophy. Boom. We got Devonta Smith, the most recent wide receiver to get one. Derrick Henry was the last running back to get one, I believe. And Smith was the most recent receiver. Then we've got Jaden Daniels, the current reigning Heisman winner until tomorrow night.
Got the
in our
dub.
division. Yeah. And then
That's-
Joe
that's
Burrow.
Monday. Yep.
Yeah, okay. Let's go on to Bryce Young, 2021
coming
Heisman
week.
winner.
That's why it's topical because we're placing another one. We're back-to-back weeks even. We've faced this ton already this year.
Yeah,
Crazy.
and man, part of the reason why I had picked that, we're Young in the thumbnail, man, just because both teams coming off of kind of a cold streak, but we were getting a little bit healthy minus the Overshown injury, and Young is actually making kind of a bit of a rebound right
He's
now.
been playing his best football. Yeah.
Yeah, so I wanted to call this a must-win game, but both teams are kind of out of it. But for me, this is a great chance to evaluate what we got, and for the Panthers, they need to know if they're getting a quarterback next year in the draft.
That's true.
All right.
Who else we got next?
All right, we've got Baker Mayfield.
OU sucks.
Yeah, we
Crappy.
played him after the Panthers in 2 weeks.
Jim Rat.
So we're about to play him. Jim Rat. Yeah. Oh, throwback.
Okay. These are the
Eddie
Cowboys
George.
players
Is that Eddie
that won.
George?
Yeah,
Eddie George, man. Yeah.
1995.
Let's go. I love that pick.
Classic Cowboys.
I think you saw Larry Allen there, maybe. No.
Oh,
On the No, that's Flozell Adams. Never mind.
Big
Keep
dog.
All right,
going.
this guy's flying over to the top.
Dude,
Oh wait,
Herschel.
we missed
Okay, so we
Vinny.
got
Vinny
Testaverde.
Testaverde.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeez, this is not bringing back good
86.
memories.
Hey, man, Herschel Walker.
Herschel
He,
Walker.
This is the trade, man. We traded Herschel Walker to get all those draft picks so we can get guys like Emmitt Smith
Ooh, Tony Dorsett, nice.
or Tony Dorsett, the original
Indeed.
99-yard touchdown on Monday Night Football back in the day. Man, this guy crushed at
Wow.
Pitt.
Let's throwback.
And he was there. He was there for Ricky Williams' record-breaking run. Remember back against A&M in what 97? That was cool. That was cool.
Quincy Carter.
Finally,
Drawback.
hey, yeah, you got the Dodger.
Hey, Roger Staubach, the legend.
Yeah,
Now
met
there's
him
a man.
times. No, this
Awesome.
if this
My
is
mom.
like King of the
My mom.
Hill, like
Staubach.
Hank Hill. Hank Hill has Roger Staubach all over his house. He praised Tom Landry.
Indeed.
Reboot coming soon.
Tom Landry Middle School.
Hey,
That was fun. That was fun. Thanks, Alex. That was cool.
Yeah, man. So let's get into this Panthers matchup, though. So, playing them prime time on not prime time.
Prime time.
Underdogs to the Panthers, bro.
Back-to-back
Yeah,
opponents with losing records.
First
Worse
time-
than us.
First time all season Panthers have been projected as the winner, to be the favorites and not be an underdog. So that says something about the
Brutal.
state of the Cowboys.
I might actually bet on the Cowboys this week to cover
You
the
got
spread.
to, man. I'm picking
Yeah, plus
Cowboys
3.
no matter what.
Makes sense.
Oh, the line moved, actually. This is bad. This line started at 2. I did
You
my
got breaking news?
I did my pick'em show when the line was 2.5, and now it's -3. So it's been creeping towards
Ooh.
Vegas thinks
Okay.
Panthers are going to win by more and more and more. Maybe have something to do with the overshown injury. I don't know, man.
Hey, check out Alex's other podcasts. He crushes those.
I'm just saying, like, this line is moving. The number what they were more scared of this matchup. They're getting more confident Panthers are going to win. So that's not great. So Bryce Young, like we mentioned, it's going to come down to can he produce, right? They recently had Adam Thielen come off of IR, and he's been playing a lot better since then. Last year, that was his go-to guy. They've gotten rid of some players, so it's been nice to have him step back in. I think Jalen Coker was out for them as well, a receiver that's coming back. So they're going to basically be fully healthy, minus them losing Jonathan Brooks. But he just hadn't really contributed all season, so it's he was more of the backup. We just know from Texas.
Oh, man,
Yeah,
that
hopefully
was brutal.
he comes back next year strong.
I know we
Dark
wanted him
times.
for the Cowboys, but
Yeah.
I'm glad
I wanted to see him at least play, man, because I haven't.
he
No,
did
I don't
play.
watch
my
the Panthers.
dynasty team.
He had a nice.
I don't
jump,
watch the
but-
Panthers though.
Well, he only played
True.
like one game and a half, so that was your
Well, they
chance.
got-
I know, but
I guess we should, segue right to Chuba Hubbard, right? This guy is
You're
the
right,
real
man.
deal. He's legit. He averages nearly 5 yards a carry. The Cowboys may have some trouble here with Chuba Hubbard. Look at Cheeto in the background. Love that. But Chuba Hubbard is the kind of guy who can make 2-yard runs, 5-yard runs, etc. This guy is mean and nasty. Cowboys are going to have their hands full. Hopefully they play that 6-man front and they can get on the edges and funnel him to the inside, but they don't have Overshown anymore. It's going to be a tough game. Marist Luafau is going to have to, break out, have a game, Marist.
we saw him make a couple plays on Monday night, and
He's got some juice.
he needs to. Dude, Kendrick's out. We
Oh
saw
my God.
Kendricks get totally, annihilated on a bunch of edge plays where he just didn't have it anymore. This guy shouldn't be in the league at this
26
point.
attempts.
Yeah,
They
they're
just
going to
feed
feed Chuba Hubbard. This is what running the ball looks like.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah,
But
Thielen 11
think-
targets. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, guys, everybody tuned in tonight just to hear about the Jonathan Mingo revenge game. Let's talk about that. How many touchdowns? How many catches? I'll save it for hot takes, but
I love a revenge game. Always have. Now,
everyone else had this circled on their calendar since the trade, right? I know I did.
Mingo has had a tough time, a tough go, if you will, for Mingo. Cannot haul it in, can't get separation. I don't know if confidence is there with Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
Cooper Rush sucks too. It's
the one time Mingo got open on Monday, Cooper Rush missed him.
Yeah. I can't believe you took it to the revenge game narrative for Mingo. He'll be lucky.
As far, you know what? We're on the topic. I'm going to go hot take early. As far as revenge games goes.
Wait, Joe. Hold up, Joe.
Mingo.
Joe, listen to me. You're not listening, bro. All right, guys. Hot take time. Lay it on.
Oh, shit.
Yes. Jonathan Mingo will have 3 catches for 66 yards on Sunday afternoon. Watch it. Watch it.
Joe just immediately ripped on that right after the graphic.
Oh, my God.
He'll probably have a target for a touchdown that he drops, but I'm going to throw in, all the other stuff. So,
wow. Scorching.
Man, I just felt another one for Overshown, dude.
I wanted to see Overshown tackle Brooks, that'd be cool. But we're never going to get that apparently till 2026.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was brutal. When I had to make these clips, I'm just like sad moments all over the place. I'm like, no. But we keep it moving over here. And Dave, you want to lay a hot take on it? Go for it, man. Bring the heat.
I'm thinking that we're going to see I've called this a couple times. It's got to happen sooner or later. Bland pick 6.
Hey, I
Let's go.
I like it.
It's a good week for that.
We need it, man. Like this Diggs Bland combo, I've been wanting that to just hit so hard, right? Like, just could we get 2 pick 6s in one game? Like, we're still guys. At the end of the day, we're still going up against a team with only 3 wins. I love that they're improving just from an NFL standpoint, but this is just who we're facing. Like, if we can't go off on a team like this, who can we go off on?
Gosh, dude, I know that everyone penciled.
L's.
No, everyone put in Sharpie, that we're gonna win this game this year, right? So
you're right.
We have to win this one. And then last week, we picked the Cowboys because the Bengals, while it seems like they might have a superior roster, have not played as well. And their defense is somehow worse than the Cowboys. So anyway, we're done with the Bengals. Moving on. We should be the Panthers. They've won 3 games this year. I think that Cooper Rush is probably better at playing quarterback right now than Young, but we'll see. We'll see, man.
Yeah. And CeeDee Lamb, give him the ball, man. Only missed one of those targets that were thrown his way. So
it's some of the play calling, dude. It's nothing to do CeeDee.
Like Dave said right at the top, they went away from him.
Yeah, exactly. They went away from him. I mean, I want to pull up the stats. I believe it was all of his 70 yards in the first quarter, and then 40 yards in the fourth quarter, and nothing in between. Not even.
Yeah, zero targets in the third. I think
there has to be a halftime first 3 plays of the game. One goes to CeeDee Lamb, no matter what.
Yeah. I mean, or just hand him the ball. I mean, the guy, just whatever you need to do to. CeeDee Lamb, Turpin, Ferguson, if he's right. I mean, this team has options.
Even Dowdle's we should just hand him the rock more. Hand him the rock. He's proven that he can get a couple of yards and a puff of dust every play. I'll take that, man. He's moving the pile.
Are you guys ready to just go full on Trey Lance though?
Yeah.
Yeah. If we want to get a better draft pick, give me Trey Lance all day.
I mean,
so Jerry Jones said he's not trying to tank, and they've already said that's the guy who gives them the best chance to win is Cooper Rush.
Yeah, I just you look around the league, you look at in the college game, you look at the pro game. These quarterbacks who can pull off this quarterback draw. It's such a deadly play, and the Cowboys have gotten. I mean, Dak never runs anymore. Cooper Rush is Bledsoe back there.
Yeah.
It would be nice to see.
Oh, give Rush a little credit. I think just with his last name and known, he's like probably about 5 points better rating on Madden ultimately. You know,
I just think it's time to go for broke. Like just show out. Show that you're a creative play caller. If you want to keep this job, McCarthy, you have to. Now's when you can kind of earn it. I did give him credit for beating the two divisional opponents. I think that is what kept his job. If he had lost both those games, I have no doubt he would have been fired midseason. But he somehow won those two divisional games and the Thanksgiving games, a big game. And Jerry's content to be last to the table looking for a new head coach, which I hate. Man, and I just have no confidence he's going to find somebody. You know what's going to happen. Same thing with Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett's going to hang around the facility, muck up the process, distract Jerry Jones and and et al. From finding a new head coach for a month, and then they're going to go grab freaking Ron Rivera or some bullshit.
hey man, you're just assuming that Jerry Jones is actually going to go get another head coach. He's already said that Mike McCarthy might even come back, and
Yeah.
that's almost as terrible as saying that we're not going to do anything in the offseason. It's basically, because of the salary cap. But guess what?
Bill Belichick
Hiring a coach is not. Yeah, Belichick, UNC,
all in.
Michael Jordan paid for him to come, I'm sure, but
yeah, that's a nice boost.
You know what? It really is. But my point is, you don't have to pay against the salary cap a head coach. You can give him all the damn money in the world. It doesn't go against your salary cap. Like, come on, let's get it. I hear Vrabel thrown around a little bit.
Yeah.
Jason Witten thrown around here and there.
Oh, gross.
I like Vrabel for like discipline and defense.
I would take Vrabel over Witten right now, but
if you're not getting a young, creative play caller as your head coach,
who's not already done college at least.
No, I mean I'm talking about
Witten's in high school.
The Cowboys are gonna f this up, dude. I know they are. They're gonna hire Monty Kiffin or some dumb idiot bullshit, dude. It's gonna be Monty Kiffin with an offense run by Bill Callahan or some
dude,
stupid.
Not Monty. It'll be Lane at least.
All right,
Tom Herman.
Oh
no. Nah, let's get Vrabel or one of these offensive coaches. We already did our coach segment the other day, man.
It's going to be Kellen Moore, isn't it? It's going to be Kellen Moore?
No. The Lions coach, Ben Johnson, or the defensive coordinator. He's awesome too. Give me somebody from the Lions.
What do y'all make of this leaked info about Ben Johnson that he's like, you're not going to go to some shitty franchise? Did y'all see that little blurb?
Well, Cowboys are not a shit franchise.
I don't know if you saw the latest news, but still number one in value.
Number one in our hearts.
That's Jerry Jones' Super Bowl, bro.
Yeah.
Jerry's got 3 rings. He's not trying anymore.
Yeah. How do you like what we did for you back in the 90s, huh? That recent quote.
5-time champs.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get a 6 someday.
Maybe we'll get a 6. We're still doing this podcast.
We're getting it. We're definitely getting it. So we'll do. I'll give you my hot take, and we'll get into some score predictions.
Hey, run the hot take graphic, please.
And yeah, I can cue myself up, but hey, be thinking. Do y'all have anything else? Because we're still pretty early in this one, and we got a little extra Friday content to get to people. So y'all keep thinking of some extra you want to drizzle on top. CeeDee Lamb, 3 touchdown game. Boom. Let's go. You see right here,
touchdown.
There's point differential, 32nd last in the league. And their defense just has, just like all defenses have had injuries, and they got their own issues, man. I think CeeDee Lamb can get off on this team. Teams who are we going to
Yeah, I
We're
can't even
going to
name
go away
any.
from the run game no matter what. So it's got to be CeeDee Lamb.
That's true. I can't even name any Panthers defenders.
J.C. Horn, he's their quarterback. He was like a pretty high draft pick.
Do they still have Brian Burns or whatever his name?
No, they traded him to the Giants.
They suck. But I mean, I don't even know how to elaborate on this. But the Cowboys and the Panthers, it's going to be a slap fight. A couple wet noodles whipping at each other.
Quickly, you guys know what the all-time record is? Take a stab.
Oh, right. Well,
There's been 14 games played.
How many?
14 games played. Give me a record.
10-4.
14 games played all time.
12-2. 12-2.
I'll go 8-6.
It's actually 11-3. First time that we played was back in 1997. I think that was their inaugural year. The Panthers beat the Cowboys in their inaugural year, just like the Texans did. But anyway, that was back in the December of 97. So it's crazy that we're meeting again in December. But 11-3 all time, the Dallas Cowboys have the record. The last 4 years is actually 2-2. So let's see what happens.
Ew, what a stinker. 8-16. Ugh.
Yeah, man.
It would be something like that.
Right.
Yeah. So I think we can get it done. You know, anything can happen. I would be sad if we lost this game. I did promise last episode, if we lose to the Panthers, we're doing a mock draft next episode. I promised that last episode.
Yes.
If we lose to the Panthers, we got to do a mock draft no matter what. We should be doing it anyway.
We should. We got how many weeks? 5 weeks left, right? 5 games?
Yeah.
How many are going to win? 1? 2?
Oh, yeah. One of y'all said you
yeah.
think we have a chance to move up into the top 5.
Unlike Jerry Jones, I think we should be tanking.
We got 5 wins right now. I mean,
yeah.
If we can keep it like 6 wins, man, there are some.
This is our last win of the season. This might be our last one of the season.
There's some good players in this draft. I'm really excited to kind of dive in. There's a lot of, there's some flashy guys, Genty and et cetera, Travis Hunter, but there's some really good core defensive guys in the middle of that first round. I kind of want to trade back up into the first round again and take 2 guys because that's how I feel about some of these players.
Oh, yeah.
Save it for the draft podcast, Dave.
No, I would love to trade up. We got it. Like, people are going to say it's a down class, but it could be top heavy and down. You know what I mean? So you want to get up in there if you can. And we've seen in that Houston Texans draft, they went up and got back-to-back picks. So it's definitely something you can pull off.
There's some good wide receivers. There's really good wide receivers.
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm itching.
Next episode, literally next episode, we're gonna be drafting if the Panthers win this, dude.
Well, should we get into the actual picks?
Yeah.
Who'd you pick to win?
Score predictions. So this was last week. We already said that, but I picked Cowboys to win this. All right, I'm going 27-23, and I won't spoil y'all's, but I think 27 was that number. I wrote that before y'all.
Yeah, I do. I think you're stealing some of Dave's mojo here with going to number 27. I'm going to call you out right now because I think Cowboys might win because of that.
Yeah. Go ahead, Joe.
Scroll down, Alex. What do we got here?
Oh, you want to see it? Oh, you don't remember? All right, there you go.
Yeah, 24-13. Definitely not going to score 30 points ever again this season. So this is the score. I think we're slightly better offense and a slightly better defense. Panthers actually have a decent defense, but we saw how close the game was with the Eagles. So yeah, sorry.
I got a bold prediction here with my score.
I like it.
My score is 2013. I guarantee both of these teams will turn it over by throwing a pick in the end zone. I
Ooh,
guarantee this.
in the end zone.
Cooper Rush will throw one right to a defender, and Bryce Young, same exact thing's going to happen, and it's going to be pathetic, but exciting, depending on if you like defense or not. I think there's going to be some defensive plays in this game. I'm looking forward to see if our young guys, Marist and is DeMarcus Lawrence coming back this week?
No, he's not. He's
not.
He's got a ton of work to do. I'm gonna consider him out for the year at this point. Like, what, even if you bring him back, the last 2 games of the season, what's the point?
I mean, it might be his last hurrah with the Cowboys. I think you've got to bring him back. At least let the fans give him some love. Let him get some good solid reps in. He may be gone this offseason.
He signed a team-friendly deal, so it's not, I feel like Cowboys would keep him money-wise, but maybe he can figure out something else better.
He was on that long list of free agents.
Oh, okay. There you go. So, yeah, man. Yeah, you're right. Let's get him out there and shoot.
2 picks in the end zone, boys. I guarantee it.
Ooh. Okay.
You heard it here first, Cowboys Station. Guarantee. Go to Vegas. Bet the mortgage.
If you see me in Leander, stop me, and I will pay you $1 if it does not happen.
Yeah, lock it in. Yeah, I don't. So 43 over under. They're saying it'll be one team gets 23, one gets 20. I'm taking the under here
for sure.
Cooper Rush has just let us down this year, so defense. Bryce Young's not scoring any points, so
let's not put it on Cooper Rush, man. He's a backup for a reason.
I can actually
see he's been serviceable.
I can see Dowdle having a big touchdown run. I can see that happening. He's been breaking into the secondary a couple times, and if they mess around and don't stick to their assignments, I can see him having a big run. Chuba Hubbard too.
Oh yeah, I'm rooting for Dowdle. I want him to get a big contract.
Big contract.
Yeah, big for running
contract. Let's get a medium contract for him.
No, we better draft Genty.
We'll get Genty. We'll get Genty on the cheap. Man, I can't wait for draft talk. I feel like all these conversations are like flowing towards draft talk, and like
it is, and we're gonna keep.
That's all we have going for us.
I hope we don't get Genty. I want to roll the dice on a defender in the top 10. Not Genty, because I think you can get some good players. Look at me. I'm using all the space.
Travis Hunter, then trade all the way up.
Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
I think
bro's gonna be a wide receiver in the NFL. That's
my
bold prediction.
If he plays
right there.
I want him playing both ways. I'm in.
Okay.
I'm in if he plays both ways for Cowboys. I'm so excited about the draft, guys. It's only 5 months away.
Yeah. 4 months.
Half Christmas. Half draftmas.
I don't count December anymore. It's over. All right.
Ding-a-ling. Hear them ring. It's Christmas time for the Cowboys.
Hey, got the hat ready. And I feel that cold coming in. So you fellas got anything else for us?
Maybe this is Santa's last gift to the Cowboys fans for the year. So enjoy, hopefully, the win, and we'll see you guys next week to wrap up Christmas week.
Yeah, hopefully Krampus doesn't come for the Coes. Could be a tough Sunday. Is it noon? Is it noon game, guys?
Yeah.
I believe it's noon.
It's a noon game.
Noon game on Fox nationwide. So America will be watching.
Let's go.
And Greg Olson will not be announcing, so that's good too.
He's a nerd.
All right. Well, hey, follow us at the Undroppables on Twitter. Like, subscribe, and also follow each and every one of us. Dynasty F Key. We got Cowboys fan David and Joe Garcia 73. And cheers. Enjoy the holiday season. Get you something warm to drink. And
everybody be safe out
Friday
there.
Night.
I want to see you on Sunday.
And if you see Big D in the streets, tell him what's up.
I'm gonna be in Leander all weekend. Come say what's up. I love when people stop
Up
me.
on tomorrow. Let's go.
Write it, Joel. Write it.